No, if bandwidth is fine, then I think I need not to share the
No, sir.
screen.
No, sir. It's become
Those
blur.
who wanted, they can.
It's become blur
Okay.
again, sir.
Okay, fine.
It's becoming blur again, sir.
Okay, okay. I will share the screen.
Dear students, please take the screenshot. Screen is visible very well.
So I think it is visible, rather clearly visible. So we were looking into Eclipse. Anyone, please let me know whether it is clearly visible or not.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Okay, fine. So thank you, Aditya. So we have considered the CRIPS mission, right? So in which rather in 1942, right? See, till then they have tried in different ways to get the cooperation of Indian leaders so that they can ask Indian soldiers to be associated with the Britain for World War II. And now British government had come, they realized that no further problems can be ignored in India. So Indian problems cannot be now tolerated. And another motive is to get the cooperation from Indians. So British government had sent Sir Stafford Cripps, so who was the member of the uh, British cabinet to the India to settle the terms with the Indian leaders. So on what terms the Indian leaders will agree, right? So for that purpose he had sent, and but he had done the old trick, right, by proposing the dominion status, and that to be after the end of war. So obviously it has to be rejected by all the political parties. So as no party agreed to accept this particular proposal, so you can consider that the Cripps mission ended in the failure. So it was failed. And on this Cripps mission, Gandhiji remarked it as a post-dated check on a crumbling bank. Another movement that was called Quit India movement started in 1942. So on 8th of August 1942, Congress meeting held at Gwalior Tank in Bombay passed a resolution which was known as Quit India, resolution. So Gandhiji had asked the British to quit India by giving a call to the countrymen, and that was nothing but do or die. Right. So what you can consider do or die? So the meaning of this do or die is we shall either free the India or we shall die in attempt to free the India. Right. So that is what you can consider the call of do or die by Gandhiji. And on 9th of August, most of the prominent leaders, including Gandhiji, Nehru, Patel, arrested by British government. But there were some other leaders, right, such as J.P. Lohia, Arun Asaf Ali, Usha Mehta, etc. So they have continued the ongoing revolutionary struggle to free the India from British. Right. So that is what you can consider about the Quit India movement. It's not ended further. Okay, I hope everyone must have taken this, those who want it, they must have taken the screenshot. So I will stop the share. Now, further things happened in this way. So the struggle was continued, and what was the result of it? Right. So result of the struggle was the violence spread throughout the country. Violence spread throughout the country. Violence spread out. Violence spread throughout the country. Right. This was the very first result you can consider. Then several government offices, several government offices were destroyed, and damaged. Right. Another point. Then the telegraph wires were cut. Right. Telegraph wires were cut and communication was paralyzed. And communication was paralyzed. Communication was paralyzed. And another point you can consider that the parallel governments, महाराष्ट्रात त्याला पत्री सरकार म्हटलं गेलं. Parallel governments were established. So parallel governments were established. So very first parallel government was at Balia, right, which was in the UP. Right. It was by Chittu Pandey. Right. So who established? Chittu Pandey. So this was the very first one. Second was at Tamulak. Its name was, say, Tamulak. Right. So where this Tamulak is? So it is in Bengal. By who established this government? By Satish Samant. Third one is, at Satara, that is in Maharashtra. So who established this? This was established by Yashwantrao Sawan and Nana Patil. YB Chauhan and Nana Patil. And this was the longest parallel government among all the four governments. And the last one is at Talchar, which is in Orissa. Talchar, right? So it was, I don't have the names of the founders of this. So Talchar, that is in Orissa. Now, if you consider, the movement was, the whole movement was crushed by the government. Right? So though it was in a huge form, right? But later on it was crushed by the government. And then we can come across Gandhiji's fast. So later on again, Gandhiji undertook a 21-day fast in jail. Right? So he was arrested and his condition was deteriorated, right, after completing 30 days of his fast. And all the hopes of his survival were given up. However, as a result of his moral strength and spiritual stamina, he survived and completed a 21 days fast. So this was his answer to the government, which had been constantly exhorting him to condemn the violence of the people in the Quit India movement. Right. But this time Gandhiji hadn't condemned the violence, right, by the people. Every time Gandhiji was condemning the violence. Right. In 1920, right, because of the Chauri Chaura incident, Gandhiji had suspended the movement, right? Asahkar Chawal, non-cooperation movement. It was suspended. But this time, he sustained he tolerated the torture of government, but not condemned the violence of the people, right? So you can consider here Gandhiji's fast. So exactly from what? 10th of February to 7th of March, right? 1943. So Gandhiji undertook a 21-day fast, right, in jail, right? So his condition deteriorated, but his moral strength, and spiritual stamina, right? Strength and spiritual stamina. He survived. He survived and completed a 21 days fast. Is it visible clearly? So fine, that would be better. So government was constantly exhorting him to condemn, right, to condemn the violence of the people, the violence of the people, violence of the people in the Quit India movement, in the Quit India movement. Fine. Is there any need to take its photo and share a screen? Someone please? No to me. Okay, any other who has a problem? No, sir, fine. Okay, so in this case, what happened? Gandhiji, right? So Gandhi not only refused to condemn the people, right, resorting to violence, but unequally held the government responsible for it. Right? So this time, Gandhiji haven't condemned the violence by the people, but he said that government is responsible for this violence, right? So it is responsibility of government, and now government should hear the voice of the countrymen, right? So that was the stand of Gandhiji, right? Anyway, okay, those who want it, they can. Just let me know when you finish. Okay, fine. So the most important point of his fast we can consider. So Gandhi not only refused, Gandhiji not only refused to condemn people, right? But held government responsible for it, right? Government was, he held that government is responsible for the violence, right? Not the people. Right. So this is what you can consider about the Gandhiji's fast, right? So I think we can stop here. Okay, anything? If someone is thinking that to share or ask or any doubt about this one.
But dear participant, I need your attendance.
Okay, nothing. Then I think I should quit the meeting. Rushikesh sir.
Yes, sir.
I will stop here.
Sir, Mr. asking something, sir. Aditya.
Just a minute. Aditya, sir, are you using Lucent's GK book? Yes, I'm using Lucent's GK book as well. Right. So, what I can tell you, not only Lucent book, but also the another source I do have, and that is nothing but the NCRT's history book. Right. Those who feel that they have enough time, they can use it. Right. That would be the best option. But those who wanted to go with only Lucent, I think that is also nonetheless. I have just gone through that big book last time we have discussed. Right. Personally, I'm not using it, but whenever I go to institute, there I can just see what kind of questions or what would be the framing of the questions, the things. Okay, anything else? Okay, so I think I will stop here. Thank you, everyone.